westhab was organized in the early 1980s by a group of developers, people in the real estate business, to serve a population that they couldn't serve in their own for-profit businesses. So they created a not-for-profit, westhab. westhab's goal was to serve the poorest people in Westchester and people with special needs that were not being served by the for-profit community.
No matter who you're designing or building housing for, it should be done with the highest quality in mind. We have the benefit of having property management right on site. We have our facilities management people who are right there. So when we're conceptualizing a development project, from the beginning, we're looking out toward operations.
Figuring out what's financially feasible, what kind of building works best for the population we're trying to serve, what kind of building systems are going to be the most efficient for our tenants that are not going to result in high utility bills. We put our heart and soul into making sure that that's what our buildings do. They're attractive, they're well run, and they serve an important need. And they do not detract from the quality of life in that neighborhood. The county asked us to start acquiring local motels and converting them into family and single shelters. We started operating these shelters, and the purpose was to help people stabilize their living situation, get the supports they needed, and then help them find permanent housing.
I just felt like I was worthless, but then as soon as I came in, when I checked in here, everyone was very, very kind.
It's the people who work here who actually make you feel like, you know, this is not the end of the world. You can come out, you can do better, you feel dignified. They treat you with the respect with which you present yourself, and they're very professional. It doesn't matter the circumstances that befall you, you know, you can rise above it. So I appreciate everything about having been here.
I thought I would never go to a shelter, but I know coming back to Mount Vernon, going into the projects, I get caught back up in the grips. So I had to make a geographical change. So I did something that I said I wouldn't do in order to get my life back together, and I signed myself into a shelter.
We currently are in the process of creating a whole new resume for Lori. After we do the resume, we are going to send it out to quite a few of the opportunities that the job developers have developed.
I came to westhab for the building maintenance and passed the course and landed a job at the Coachman Family Center. And I left there and landed a job here.
We probably have about 30 to 35 people on our regular full-time payroll from westhab Placements.
Nothing here but business, so I make sure it gets done. As a line leader, that's what my job is, to make sure the work gets done.
What's made us successful is that our staff are, as I said earlier, are extremely dedicated, and our job development staff do an excellent job of building those relationships with employers. You know, they're out there, they're meeting with employers, they're selling the organization, they're selling our clients, and they're ultimately selling the employer on, we're going to be with that client throughout their employment. We're not just we're not just asking you to hire one of our clients. We want you to hire our clients. These are the reasons why, and we're going to support you and the client throughout that process.
We said, why not bring the services to this neighborhood and provide some free walk-in services to help people in this community, many of whom are new immigrants, don't speak English as a first language, and are intimidated by the system.
Isma, yo quiero que ustedes se hagan preguntas en sí mismos.
My name is Theodore Well, and I volunteer for the community. From there, I got 2 jobs. I've been self-sustaining ever since.
It's become really one-stop shopping for adults in the neighborhood who need help with these critical issues, you know, and it's all about improving quality of life. Essentially, our job is to empower every young person that walks through our door, instill them with passion and energy for their lives, teach them that it's okay to try in life, that it's okay to take healthy risks, and help young people actualize positive futures. One very counterintuitive thing that started to happen is families that were moving out of the Coachman, this wonderful experience of leaving homelessness, you would see real sadness among the young people who knew they were missing out on this youth program, missing out on this group of counselors that cared about them. They missed out on the field trips and the activities and the homework help and everything that we do for them. And we actually had young people returning to the Coachman asking if they could come on the field trip, if they could come in and get the assistance they got when they lived there. And we said, this is crazy. There are so few quality youth programs in the neighborhoods where homeless families move to when they become permanently housed. Something needs to be done about this. And what westhab did was roll up our sleeves into the two highest need neighborhoods in Westchester County, which is Nodine Hill in southwest Yonkers and the south side of Mount Vernon. And we opened 2 after-school programs open to the public that serve both our emergency housing clients that live in those neighborhoods as well as just general kids in the neighborhood, and said, we need to make an impact where these families move to.